And welcome everyone to the Riverside County Board Brief as we give you a brief look at what took place during today's Riverside County Board of Supervisors meeting. My name is Pep Fernandez. Now we start with a very special presentation that took place during the board meeting as the Sheriff's Department presented the Board of Supervisors with these very cool challenge coins. On both sides, you can see it looks like distressed wood on the inside, and this was to highlight the new Lake Mathews Sheriff's Station. Let's go to some video from earlier today. We had Sheriff Chad Bianco and several members from his team as they highlighted the Lake Mathews Station, which you just saw right there. Now, the Lake Mathews Sheriff's Station is barely a year old. It opened on March 1st, 2023, and the challenge coin, which is being presented to the supervisors right there, it resembles a piece of distressed wood. It symbolizes the laying of the foundation for better service in the area, and the response times have dramatically decreased for that community, which is a huge win for the folks that live there, and of course the Sheriff's Department as well. There are the supervisors along with Sheriff Bianco and his team posing for pictures at the end of this ceremony. So now let's take a second and hear from Sheriff Bianco about the meaning of these challenge coins and why it's so important to the Lake Mathews community.
My discussions with the board and with our supervisors that were listening to the concerns and the complaints from our residents for the lack of service and for the response times, basically. They were certainly, it was an easy sell for me when I approached them, and I don't even know if I was approached first or if it was together, and we all said something has to happen because it's growing too fast out there, and there was something that we obviously had to do, and a new sheriff's station was what we all came up with, and I really have to commend our executive office, our entire board, for the effort that they put forth in making sure that we were able to open the Lake Mathews Station.
All right, very good. That was Sheriff Chad Bianco. We also had another presentation during the board meeting as the Riverside County Department of Probation just had a team go to Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. for some special training. There is Chief Probation Officer Chris Wright. He's flanked by Assistant Chief Probation Officer Natalie Rivera and members of their executive team. This was a huge honor. They were selected for a 4-day Transforming Juvenile Probation Certification program, and the goal of going to this program at Georgetown is to reshape the system-wide approach to probation and the juvenile justice system. So it was a great learning experience. They got a lot of great instruction and new strategies that they can apply right here in Riverside County. So let's hear from Assistant Chief Probation Officer Natalie Rivera, as well as Supervisor V. Manuel Perez and Supervisor Karen Spiegel.
I can feel the emotion I have from just watching that video. It was such an impactful trip. And I've been with this department for 20 years, and we've never participated or committed to a program like this with other agencies in the county to this level. It's truly innovative. The work is truly just beginning, and we look forward to sharing updates with you of our success and further assisting the youth and their families here in Riverside County. Thank you to the Board of Supervisors and to the Executive Office for your time, your continued support, and for celebrating with us today.
It was an amazing experience, and I can only imagine what you all went through. And I commend you for doing that, and I commend you as well for participating and being one out of maybe hundreds of folks that apply for this program. I think that obviously we're moving in the right direction.
But I spent a decade working with juveniles, and you know, it is such a cliche, and I say it all the time, but our youth are our future, and if we can intervene and make some difference and giving hope, what a world this is going to be. And if we don't take that extra step, it won't happen.
All right, very good. Now moving on to an update on the Mead Valley Wellness Village. In fact, we have a picture. Let's go ahead and show everybody of the recent groundbreaking ceremony. This took place maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, so it was very recent. But today the board approved a funding agreement between Inland Empire Health Plan and Riverside University Health System Behavioral Health to provide $5 million in funding to support expanding infrastructure capacity for behavioral health services for the Behavioral Health Mead Valley Wellness Village project. The 18-acre state-of-the-art campus, which you're seeing here in this animated rendering, will serve as a model for innovative health care. The Wellness Village will seamlessly integrate behavioral health treatment treatment, medical care, and social services in a way that follows individuals during each step of their healing process as an all-inclusive approach that addresses all levels of care from outpatient treatment to supportive housing. It is very, very unique. So congratulations on that. And finally, here on the board brief, obviously summer has roared into Riverside County. It is getting hot, and a lot of us are spending a lot of time in the pool. Here are some great tips and advice for parents and their kids to stay safe and have fun this summer.
I teach children from 6 months and up to self-rescue in the water. So that's learning how to navigate the water safely. I'm Lauren Rivers, and I am a certified swim survival instructor. Drowning is one of the leading causes of deaths from kids 1 to 4, and 70% of those drownings happen during non-swim times. If you're talking a backyard pool, trying to make that as safe as you can for your child, the number one thing is barriers, an actual physical barrier around the pool or body of water, whether it's a pond, whatnot, high locks on any doors that can lead to the pool, alarms, the time when the door is opened or a window's open, or even doggy doors, and then moving any chairs, tables, whatnot that kids can use to stand on to be able to open that fence. You should always either hire a lifeguard, a certified lifeguard, someone who's been through the training, a CPR certified, lifeguard certified, a designated water watcher. Whether it's a family member, they know for that hour they're watching the water, and that's their sole job. Someone should always be eyes on the water. Drowning does not look like what people think. It's silent and it's fast. That's when an emergency plan in place is going to be key. There's people that know how to do CPR, and they can pull that person out. They can designate somebody to call 911, go outside, and fire engine, bring them back to the pool, and they can take over from there. But shortening that time frame because you have a phone available on the pool deck for someone to use in an emergency and somebody else being able to start CPR right away has been the difference between life and death for a lot of these kids.
Yeah, a lot of great information there to have a safe and fun summer here in Riverside County. My name is Pep Fernandez. That'll do it for this edition of the Riverside County Board Brief, and we'll see you next time.